Welcome to an overview of the MAPS investigation. During this investigation, instead of memorizing names and dates from a textbook, which is hard and may not be interesting, you will spend your time thinking through questions and social issues in the past and come to your own conclusions about what it all means. Our approach supports you in learning about new topics, thinking critically about what you learn, and developing and communicating your ideas. Over time, this kind of work will strengthen your reading, writing, critical thinking, and problem solving, and support your power to make sense of and shape the world around you. Here's a quick overview of the steps you'll take to learn and respond to the question, which map should we use in schools? We'll review each step in the video. As you work through the investigation, talk with your classmates and others who can support you as you learn about maps and plan your essay. Read.Inquire.Write lessons are called investigations. In this investigation, you're going to explore the central question, which map should we use in schools? You will examine 4 different maps and consider the differences and similarities between how they represent the Earth and what purposes the maps were created for. The sources will provide evidence that you can use to make a claim which responds to the central question. Once you figure out your claim in response to the question, you're going to write an interpretation-style essay, a type of essay that helps you share what you think about the question based on evidence. By the end of the investigation, you'll write an email to the Secretary of Education in response. The investigation will guide you to develop your argument step by step. You will begin the investigation building background about how maps can be different when they are created for different reasons and why those differences are important. You will also consider the concept of perspective. In step 2 of the investigation, now that you've had the chance to think and learn about the topic, you'll read and think about the sources your teacher has assigned. You'll use the sources you read to develop your argument. During this step of the investigation, the bookmark tool will help you understand, analyze, and evaluate 4 different maps by annotating or marking up the sources. Keep in mind that you'll need to understand the sources when you're planning and writing later, and your annotations will remind you of your key ideas about the sources so that you don't have to reread everything in the end. You will use your annotations when you figure out and then write your argument. In future investigations, you'll take another step here to help you further develop your argument. In this investigation, let's move forward to think about how you can organize your essay. After reading and thinking about the different sources, you will analyze a mentor text. The mentor text is a sample essay that helps you prepare to write by showing you one way to organize and write an argument that includes a claim, evidence, and reasoning. Typically, the mentor text will be an argument about a different topic. In this investigation, the mentor text is an example of an argument about which maps should be used in schools. The mentor text presents an example of what an essay might look like. Next, now that you've thought about how to organize the different parts of an argument, you'll use the planning graphic organizer to make choices about what you will write and what evidence and reasoning you'll include to support your argument. This plan will be a roadmap for your own essay. You will use all the work you've done so far to help you develop this roadmap. You'll look at your annotated sources, remember how to organize an argument, think about what argument is strongest, and then make decisions to plan the essay you'll write. After all this work, you'll be ready to write your essay in response to the central question, sources, and task. Translating your ideas into sentences and getting started with writing can be hard. That's why we include a useful language tool that you can turn to for examples of how to get started on your claim, evidence, and reasoning. Once you've spent some time writing, pause to use the reflection tool. The reflection tool will help you review and improve what you've written so far. Here's a quick overview of the steps we've reviewed in this video. The investigation will guide you through each step to learn about and respond to the question, which map should we use in schools? Remember, as you work through the investigation, talk with your classmates and others who can support you as you learn about and respond to the central question.